Hi everyone. So, as a little bit of light in the darkness for the Barbarians after those pretty devastating patch notes, I think I should highlight again that the Kratos Barb exists, and it's actually really good. This is the build I've played lately. I've actually made a video guide on this like a week ago or something like that, and I had an absolute blast with this walking arsenal, upheaval, death blow build with Iron Maelstrom. It's super fun to play, and it's superb for leveling and speed farming. Now, don't get me wrong, Deathblow is obviously not a build that will do any kind of real pushing in the high tiers. I've tried it out a little bit with my level 90 Barb, not fully optimized at 100 and so, and I was able to kind of do like 65, 70 or so. That was pre-patch, and I would say that, yeah, you can probably push like 70, 80 or something like that on the higher end with this build, but this is probably about it. For the most part though, if you just want to have fun with some really cool, different playstyle on Barb, I can really recommend this. And the good news is, I just sat down the other night for 6 hours and wrote a full guide for it. With a bit of help from Snail, we actually managed to pump this out like last minute here for the season start, and we have it on Maxwell now. So if you go to our Barb build guide section here, we have the Walking Arsenal endgame guide. This is here the nicknamed Kratos Barb. This is exactly the stuff that I was playing. And I did take another look again past patch notes. It didn't really need any adjustments. It's totally fine. And in fact, it actually got kind of buffed compared to other builds. So it did have like the, overall nerfs and vulnerable damage and crit damage and stuff like that, like any other build. But there were actually some tweaks that make it even better than before. For example, Enhanced Death Blow is now plus 150% damage, which will make it pretty easy to just one-shot those bosses pretty reliably, like I saw here. And for example, some other tweaks like the Iron Skin aspect was a bit buffed and these kind of things. So that's actually really nice. And the cooldown nerfs are also not really impactful on this build. It just doesn't really care too much about cooldown reduction anyway, like those Shout Barb builds, for example. So if you want to try something out that's a bit different from the usual, I think this is a good choice. Here's the full guide. I have it linked in the description. I have the planner there as well, so we don't have a leveling guide for this, but I do have like the level 50 codex only setup here that you can use to get started, and you can just play this on level 1 as well. I've done that. It was working just fine. Just want to get this out here for the Barbs. This might be something worth considering to season start with. Hope you like this one, and see you guys next time.